part of the service.
You did it well.
Good morning. And welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Wayne County. I'm Laura Grimm, and I will be your worship associate this morning. We are a diverse congregation that welcomes you as you are, regardless of your age, ethnicity, race, sexual orientation, gender identity, economic status, or physical ability. We come together to seek deeper meaning and understanding from each other and from the world around us. Your presence here today is a gift that brings us closer to that understanding. We are a very active community that lives its lives beyond the hours of Sunday service, and I'd like to call your attention to the following. This is from Social Action. This month, let us focus on Thanksgiving needs for people to people. Things like dessert mixes, gravy, instant potatoes, cranberry sauce, broth, etc. And let's pay attention to the staying warm for Homeward Bound. Donations of long-sleeve t-shirts, socks, gloves, hats, and warm undies. I heard that as the nights get shorter, our underwear should get longer. So, long underwear. Please join us for our bread communion service on Sunday, November 23rd. Also, we're looking for volunteers to help before and or after the service, and for people to provide bread or condiments such as butter and jam. Please see Candace if you're interested in helping, or email her at fellowship@uufwc.org. Come join your fellow UUs for our annual bowling night on Sunday, November 16th. This is a fun event. We rented half of the lanes at Balzer Sports Club, that's the former Triway lanes, with the option to rent more lanes if needed. Bowling balls and shoes will be provided. We're encouraging you to fill the lanes. The new owners request that we do not bring snacks this year, as their renovated concession stand has plenty of food offerings. Please check the flyers in the lobby for more information. If you'd like to find out more information about our activities, feel free to talk with Karen Skubik, our membership coordinator.
Thank you, Laura, and good morning, everybody. Great to see all of you on this rainy day. The one thing I'd like to share today is a UU Curious Coffee with the minister after the service, and there's his coffee. And you're welcome to bring coffee down yourself to Reverend... Tea or water or nothing. Just it just sounds cute. UU Curious Coffee. But it's after the service for those who might still have some questions about Unitarian Universalism. Do we believe in God? Or yeah, you can be a deep question. It could be not so deep. Like I don't know.
What's in your coffee cup?
What's in your? Thank you, Laura. I didn't have to think there. What's in your coffee cup? So it's meant for people that still have a bunch of questions usually, and it's usually 20 minutes or something.
Depends how good the questions are.
There you go. I did give some little slips to some of our newer folks because we do have some visitors here today, and you're welcome to join Reverend Walter after the service. And I will be at the back of the sanctuary after the service as well for any questions. And I should, though, also say the UU Curious Coffee will be about 15-20 minutes after the service, so Reverend Walter has time to talk to people too. And if any of the new folks would like a tour after the service, meet in the back of the sanctuary. And you're raising your hand back there? Yes? I didn't hear that. I know he was whooping before when you were saying about bowling. He was really excited to hear about that. But okay, yeah, yes.
That's Hawthorne.
Yes. All right. Good to have you all here.
I had a little discussion this morning with Kelly Chandler because when it's yeah, you're okay. You're okay. When it's a day like this, I always wonder how many people are going to show up. It's cold, it's rainy. I don't know about you, but this is the last thing I want to do is get out of under the 3 sets of covers I have on my bed when it is a day like today. Because this is a day where it's like, this is dreary. This is awful. I just want to stay in bed. And y'all are here. And you know what's wonderful? You ever think about how great days like this are? How absolutely wonderful cold, dreary, rainy days are. This might be because I grew up in Erie, Pennsylvania, and this was common. But the great thing about this weather, right? How many of you have a tendency to pile up on the couch, get all the blankets, put the pet next to you or on top of you, whether or not you asked them? Maybe you find your favorite book, maybe you put on your favorite podcast, maybe you watch that really, really bad Netflix show. But it gets cozy. How does that feel? Feel good? Often we think about these things in our life that obviously right up front seem to be miserable. But if we look, there's a little bit of beauty there. And today we're going to talk about what those little bits of beauty can do for our lives and just how vital little things are. Thank you for getting out from under the covers this morning. Thank you for bringing your presence here to us today. Thank you for joining us in this hour of worship. Quiet your minds, open your hearts, put your cell phones into worship mode, and join us now for our time together.
I breathe in peace when I breathe out.
Our chalice lighting this morning is If the Moon Came Out Only Once a Month by Kathy Ross. If the moon came out only once a month, people would appreciate it. They'd mark it on their date books, they'd take a walk by moonlight, and notice how their bedroom window framed its silver smile. And if the moon came out only once a year, it would be a holiday, with tinsel streamers tied to lampposts, stores closing early so no one has to work on Lunar Eve, travelers rushing to get home by moon night, celebrations with champagne and cheese. Folks would stay awake till dawn to watch it turn transparent and slowly fade away. And if the moon came out randomly, the world would be on wide alert, never knowing when it might appear. Spotters scanning empty skies, weathermen on TV giving odds. There's a 10% chance of moonlight tonight. And when it suddenly began to rise, everyone would cry, "The moon is out." Crowds would fill the streets, jostling and pointing. Night events would be canceled. Moon closure signs would be posted on the doors. And if the moon rose but once a century, that's once every 100 years, ascending luminous and lush on a long-awaited night, all humans on the planet would gather in huddled, whispering groups to stare in awe, dazzled by its brilliance, enchanted by its spell. Years later, they would tell their children, "Yes, I saw it once. Maybe you will live to see it too." But the moon is always with us, an old familiar face, like the mantle clock. So no one pays it much attention. Tonight, why not go outside and gaze up and wonder, as if you'd never seen it before, as if it were a miracle, as if you'd been waiting all your life. Let us now rise in body or spirit as we sing our opening hymn, "Life is the Greatest Gift of All," 331 in the gray hymnal.
So treasure Good morning. I'd like to invite the kids and youth and anyone who would like to get a little closer to help me with this story today. Morning, guys. Hello, hello. Don't be shy. I haven't bit anybody yet. Yeah, I don't know. This rainy weather's got me a little cranky, but I'm working on it.
This looks like dog man.
Cool. So it's November, and all of the month of November, at church here, we are learning and thinking about the idea of gratitude. Can anyone try to, explain what gratitude means? It's kind of hard to describe. What do you think?
So I think we talked about this before.
Yeah, in class we have. That's awesome. Yeah. Does it mean to...
Gratitude is like, sort of like being nice and being mean to people sometimes.
Okay, so paying attention to what's going on around us and the important people and being grateful for them. Anybody else? Is it on? I think it's on.
No, that's latitude.
Anybody else have an idea of how you would define gratitude?
What's gratitude? Like you're thankful for what you have.
Like you're thankful for what you have. That's a great way to describe it. Great, thank you guys. So we tend to think of feeling gratitude for the biggies, right? We think about Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for my home, my family, having food to eat. Those are important things, right?
Even ice cream sundae.
Yes, we're going to talk about that one today. Because part of living a meaningful life is noticing the small things. The small things that bring us joy and make us feel grateful every day. So, let's see, who hasn't checked the Wonder Box? I don't think you have for a while. Do you want to check it today? Okay. All right, let's see what we have today. A bunch of pictures of things. Okay, why don't you can hand those out to people. I don't have one for everybody, but everyone who's...
Animals.
You can hand one to folks.
Roses.
And then we'll have them describe what they're looking at.
Honey. And that is...
Thank you.
And that is...
All right, so if you have a picture, take a look at it. We're going to notice it really closely. And can you tell us what you see? Hawthorne, can I start with you?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you see?
I see a row. I see a flower.
A flower. It sounds like you said a rose, yeah. Do you see anything on it? Like we really got to look close.
Rain. Rain or water.
Rain, yeah, there's some droplets on it. There you go. Okay, what's in your picture?
My picture is like a tea kettle.
Exactly, it is. It's like a tea kettle, and I thought it was such a pretty color.
It's yellow,
Okay.
goldish, shiny. It looks like the sun shining off of it.
Great description. You guys are really getting a mental image back there, aren't you? All right, what is in your picture?
I see a cat.
There's a cat, and it's really zoomed in close on its face, isn't it? What do you
And
see
it
right there?
has whiskers.
It has a lot of whiskers. What's in your picture?
2 boxes with string.
Okay, so like gifts or packages wrapped up with strings on them? Great, and then what is in your picture?
Yes.
Gloves or mittens, right? Like
And
nice
hands.
warm, yeah. So if you're holding a picture and if you're comfortable, would you mind standing up here and holding it? You don't have to talk or do anything. You just have to hold it for a second, okay? All right, if you have a picture. Okay, now, let's see what I can do here. I'm going to do a little rearranging. Hawthorne, can you go all the way to the other end? Okay. And can you go right here? Gillian, right here? Okay, let's see. And then can you two trade places? Okay. Hold on here. Oh, I need you two to trade places. Okay, I think we've got it. All right, hold your picture up for everybody. All right, here we go. Are you ready? I'm just gonna stand behind you. I'm not gonna do anything crazy to you. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens. Brown paper packages tied up in strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Have you ever heard that song? Yeah! Well done, you can come back down now. So that's a really famous song. These are a few of my favorite things. And when I heard about what we were talking about today, that was the first thing I thought of was, the small things in life that make us happy, like whiskers on a kitten. So I thought, what if I made my own song about my favorite things? You want to hear it? Okay. Egg-laying chickens and dogs with gray faces, planting sunflowers and rowdy goat chases, looking for turtles and crayfish in streams. These are a few of my favorite things. So I'm wondering, if you were going to make a song about a few of your favorite things, what's something you might want to have in the song? Just a small thing that you love.
Puppies and dogs.
Puppies and doggies.
Chickens.
And chickens. Yeah, you've got chickens right now too, don't you? Anything else?
We could have a double yolk.
Oh, a double yoker, that's so, I bet you're very grateful to find a double yoker. That's lucky. Anybody else think what they might want to put in their song?
Being with my family.
Being with family.
Cat with whiskers. Oh, and guess what? We have 3 duck eggs.
Oh, that's awesome. We'll have to talk duck eggs sometime. I've got ducks too, all right? Any other ideas of what you might want to put in your song? Okay, one more.
Food.
Yeah.
Hot dogs and hamburgers.
Yeah, like something that's not even that great for you, right? Yeah, like chocolates and candies and going to, milkshakes.
And going to school.
All right, so now that that song is stuck in your head, like it's stuck in mine, I encourage you all today to make your own These Are a Few of My Favorite Things song.
We're doing that in class only.
We're actually not, but we're gonna do some other stuff. All right, thank you. You guys can get ready to head to class. Yay!
Our hearts go with you. Go enjoy, our hearts go too. Learn in love and drown in wisdom. Please join me now in the spirit of meditation. Take a deep breath. If it's comfortable for you to put your feet on the floor, I encourage you to do so. When you breathe in, feel where the tension is in your body. Breathe into that and let it out. Let your hands fall softly in your lap. Let your eyes go soft, or just gaze at the wonder outside. Breathe deep. What are your favorite things? What are the things that bring you joy that you can experience every day? Is it the smell of that first cup of coffee or tea in the morning? Maybe it's watching the birds outside your window that you keep feeding and they keep coming. Maybe it's the pet that you have. Maybe it's the partner that you have. What are the small things that you can think of that bring you joy? What were the things you loved as a kid? That favorite toy? That favorite relative? That favorite place? What does that place look like? Can you put yourself there? On cold and rainy mornings, on cold and gray days, literally and metaphorically, we still have the ability to find those favorite things. They never leave us. And to take a moment to sit, to simply breathe, and to allow yourself to experience them all over again is a gift. Lean into your favorite things. They have something to teach you. May it be so. Each week, when we come into this community, we bring our own joys and sorrows. Yesterday was a joy, for we got to celebrate the life of Margaret Boyer, to hear so many stories about the person she was. And so many of us learned things about her for the first time. She may have been quiet, but she loved deep. Also have a joy this week. I had the honor of uniting two of our congregants in marriage on Monday. James and Carol have made it official according to the state of Ohio. It's funny because they've already been in a commitment ceremony. And the thing about a good marriage is by the time you get the certificate, the relationship's already there. I'd say congratulations, but you've been doing this work for years. So I will say instead, keep on. It's good to have you. If there is something that lifts your heart today, if there is a joy, no matter how small, I encourage you to come up as we sing Spirit of Life, to think of that joy, to hold that joy. Put it on one of our stones, one of our glass beads, and let that joy ripple through the water. For those ripples touch us all. And joy is something we all need. And if there is something that weighs on your heart, something that's making your days a little gray, take that sorrow, put it on our bead, put it on our stone. And just for this moment, just for this hour, let it go, knowing that you are supported in this community through the hardest of times. If you need someone to talk to this week, Steve Berg and Cheryl Wirtz on our pastoral care team would love to meet with you. They have open, non-judgmental, loving hearts and beautiful listening ears. They would love to take time with you. And if you would like to meet with me this week, let me know either when you come up for Joys and Sorrows or after service. We'll set up a time. I will be glad to listen to you. Please, join us now in our Joys and Sorrows ritual as we sing Spirit of Life.
Our faith is centered on the belief that we can make this world a better place for all who dwell in it. In order to realize that vision, we need both the motivation and the means. Your donation helps the community put its faith into action by supporting our programming and our facilities. Each month, we choose an agency to receive half of the donations that are not designated for another purpose. In November, we will share the plate with the Immigrant Worker Project, or the IWP. The Immigrant Worker Project was founded in 1998 to address the needs of the farm worker and rural migrant communities in Ohio. At the heart of the project is a deep commitment to economic, legal, political, and social justice for the Latinx community. IWP supports human dignity and justice for immigrants while building communities that embrace cultural diversity. For those who are watching online or who do not carry cash, you can donate on our website by scanning the QR code in the order of service and on the screen. The offering will now be collected and gratefully received. Please join me in this unison reading as we dedicate our offering. The words are on the screen. Let us be grateful when we are able to give, for many do not have that privilege. Let us be grateful for those who share their gifts with us, for we are enriched by their giving. Let us be grateful even for our needs, so that we may learn from the generosity of others. Our reading this morning comes from Reverend Dr. Michelle Collins. Nurturing gratitude requires shifting our attention from waiting for life's spectacular moments to recognizing the abundance already woven through our ordinary lives. This perspective recognizes the authentic gratitude that authentic gratitude grows not through rare peak experiences, but through developing eyes that can see wonder in the morning coffee, appreciation for functioning bodies, thankfulness for routine conversations with loved ones. The practice of nurturing gratitude means training ourselves to notice the small gifts that surround us constantly. The way the light falls through a window, the reliability of electricity, the mirror of indoor plumbing, the miracle of indoor plumbing, not the mirror. We'll talk after the service. Okay. This daily cultivation creates a foundation of appreciation that transforms our entire relationship with life, helping us discover that extraordinary gratitude often emerges from paying deeper attention to what we might otherwise take for granted.
Yeah, those fishermen's friends, they are powerful mentholated things, so if they're too much for you.
Sadly, she absolutely despises mint in any form.
All right,
So
worth a
these are
shot.
useless.
I was about to say, they taste awful, so, but I apologize, wishing you the best.
Yep.
So, all right, friends, are we ready for November? Thanksgiving is coming. All right, we got some people who are hungry already. Are we all preparing for this uniquely American holiday? I know Canada does it too at a different time. I think it's in October. But are you making plans? How many of you are planning on visiting relatives, hoping that everything goes okay with flights? Right? Right? You'll see the same people that you see every fourth Thursday in November. Maybe you have the dubious honor of hosting this year. It's wonderful because you don't have to travel, but then you have all these people you see once a year judging how clean you keep your house. Got to make sure that guest room, should you have a guest room, is welcoming enough. Maybe you're thinking about, I got to bring that dish. What's that one dish I have to bring? Every year when I go and visit friends, I have to bring the same dish every year. Chocolate cheesecake. Yeah, huh? Now you know why I have to bring it every year. Right? Right? What's the address? It's in Indianapolis, so good luck. You get to think about those people that you are so excited to see, and the people you may be a little less excited to see. And you start thinking about what you're thankful for. How many of you had this tradition? This is one of my family. At some point in time during the Thanksgiving dinner, you got to go around Tell me what you're thankful for. What are you thankful for? We used to do this round robin. Sometimes we would do it as grace, sometimes we would do it after grace, depending on which household we were in. And we did the whole, what are you thankful for? And everyone goes around the table. Anyone else do that? All right, all right. How many of you, first of all, what are the things that are always mentioned when you do this? Number one answer? Family. Ding! Steve Harvey is pointing up to the sign. All right. Depending on the house you're in, God. All right. What are some other things that we're always thankful for, that we always hear? Friends, community, health, food. What? Birds? Getting ahead of me. But we always have the big ones, right? Family, health, food, community. And how many of you have the unspoken rule when you go around the table, no repeats? Right? Great when you're one of the first two people. You ever be the one at the end? And you think to yourself, geez, Uncle Scott already said family. Aunt Judy already said health, and I'm going to be the last one here. And they come to you and you have this awkward pause, and everyone's like, well, aren't you grateful for anything? Well, you just listed all the big things. I don't know what's left. It's hard to come up with things to be grateful for after we list the big ones. How many of you have ever had a gratitude journal? Right? This was a practice really popular about 10, 20 years ago when Brene Brown was on every single YouTube video. A gratitude journal. Each day you write down something that you're grateful for. And in my first year of seminary, I did this as my spiritual practice. And it was great. When you make time to focus on the gratitudes, it's supposed to improve your outlook and your mental health. And it works. It really does for the first week. Because what happens when you get to page 5 or 6 on your journal and you've listed family, health, community, all of those things, and you're like, well, what the heck am I grateful for now? And I am sitting there at my desk with this blank journal and my Ticonderoga number 2 pencil in my hand thinking, what in the heck am I thankful for? And being the stubborn little guy that I am, I'm like, I'm going to find something to be grateful for, even if it kills me. Even if it's the first thing I see, I will be grateful for it. I am grateful for the eraser at the end of my pencil. Great. Now what? Did you ever think about it, though? That eraser at the end of your pencil? I mean, how convenient is that? You can fix your... It's built right in. It's better than a delete button on your computer. You want to use it, you don't even have to use another hand. Some of you have the really cool pencil dexterity and just go whoop, flip it around. It's built in. It's so convenient. It'd be great if we had something that we could just undo our regular mistakes every day so quickly. Problem with pencil erasers, though. They never really do the job 100%, do they? Even those really good Ticonderoga pencils. You go to erase it and you get like almost all of it, but there's this light gray smudge on the paper that lets you know you made a mistake. You know, it's kind of cool too, though, if you think about it. Don't we go through life making mistakes? Don't we have the ability to correct things? And isn't it great to see a whole sheet of paper with something you've worked on and to see not only what you've accomplished, but what you've corrected, what you've learned along the way, showing you subtly the growth that you've accomplished in that time. Pencil erasers are kind of cool. I really got ahead of myself here. Finding gratitude in the smallest of things can be very, very powerful if you are willing to let them tell you something about yourself. The other day, I tried this. I did a little practice. I decided I was going to find items around my house that made me smile. I was going to take 15 minutes and just look around and find anything that made me smile, and then I was going to take a picture of it. What is something that makes me smile? Take a picture of it. Let's meditate on it. Pets. Pets are, plants. No, we didn't take a picture of pets. Do you want to see what I took pictures of? Sure? Because I'm going to show you anyways. Chris, can you show the first slide? This is a record album. It is really hard to read. But in the record album, in the well, the runout groove, it says more songs about television and food. Some of you may know that I am a Weird Al Yankovic fan. This is his third studio album. Came out in 1984, I believe. When I was a teenager, I obsessed over music. I used to listen to the top 10 at 10 every night. I wrote down the top 10 and 10 in spiral notebooks from like 1982 to 1985. And every weekend I would take my mad money and I'd go to the record store. And I would buy a new record. I got some really great ones and I got some real stinkers out of that. And every time I'd get a new record, I'd put it on my turntable, put it in a fresh blank cassette so I could then listen to it in the car, play the record once and never listen to it again. The record tape I would listen to. And then, while I was listening to it, I would pore over the cover art and the liner notes and all of the details because I just loved to find out everything I could about the music, about the artists I love. I found out so many wonderful things. Anybody know that song, No One Is to Blame by Howard Jones? You know who sings backup vocals on that? Phil Collins. You read the liner notes, you find this stuff out. This reminds me of the joy I had as a teenager going deep into music, and it is a joy that I still carry to this day. Next picture. It's a yo-yo. I had a period of about 3-6 months as a middle schooler where I would play with yo-yos all the time. And the thing with the yo-yo is, and this yo-yo, first of all, this is not your average yo-yo. This is a completely, fully wooden yo-yo. Old school. And I got this yo-yo when I was living in Austin, Texas. And what happened was I worked at a college bookstore, Wendy and I both. And we would go to work in the morning, take the bus, and we would walk back home because it was about 1.5 miles. And on that walk home, the two of us, this is like the first few years of our marriage, the stories and the things we would talk about, just being together, walking up Guadalupe in Texas and Austin. Sometimes we'd stop at Amy's Ice Cream, sometimes we'd stop at the toy store, but always the last 4 blocks, just getting in the neighborhood, we took the same street because there were cats all over the place. And we would count how many cats we would find on that walk home. About 12 in the 4-block radius. A lot of cats in Austin. This yo-yo, reminds me of wonderful times as a middle schooler. And I realize the weirdness of having a yo-yo represent my marriage. But it does. Because it reminds me of all of the times I had with this wonderful woman that I still get to have conversations with every day. And how wonderful it is to grow old with this person. Next slide. This one's a little weird to look at. They are not coasters. They're playing cards. I collect playing cards, and this is my favorite unique playing card deck because they're all circles. And if you look at the art on these playing cards, they're kind of in quarters as opposed to in half, and they're all Celtic symbols, Celtic gods and stuff. It's this beautiful, unique deck that I found on Kickstarter because I've always loved playing cards. I have, I kid you not, 50 decks of playing cards at home, at least. All of them unique and different. Do you know why I love playing cards so much? Because as a kid, when I would get a little squirrely around the house, my mother would say, "Let's play cards, son." Always rummy, always lost. Always rummy. Well, not always, because then after a while, she taught me crazy eights. And then we did war. Never play war, boringest game ever. She even taught me pinochle at one time. No, I do not remember how to play pinochle. I know how to play euchre, though. But here's the thing I loved about playing cards with my mom. My mom and I grew up kind of stretched, kind of tight. And to be able to take a moment when life was chaotic and to get a random set of cards and work together to put them in order, to bring order out of the chaos together. And every once in a while, anybody get that rummy hand? It's like, I can do nothing with this. And your opponent just trounces you. Guess what? There's another hand coming. There is another hand coming. I love cards, not only because they remind me that there is a way that we can bring order to chaos, not because there is always the chance to build something beautiful out of randomness, but the comfort of my mother being in that moment and the tenacity to always keep working, to try and try again. To this day, I swear to you, my mother goes through 2 decks of cards a year. Because she's, yeah, no kidding, because she's always playing solitaire. She's a little ADD, so she's playing solitaire, watching TV, reading a book, and probably cooking something at the same time. Which is probably why the cards are all messed up. But it's a sign of comfort. It's a sign of family. These are just 3 things I found around the house. I got more pictures, but we're almost done for time, so we're not going to go through everything I found. But I found myself finding more and more things the longer I went. And I only went about 15, 20 minutes, and by the end of it, my mood improved. Adrienne Marie Brown, in her book Emergent Strategy, talks about the different principles of emergent strategy, the idea of growth and helping to find a better world. And her very first principle in emergent strategy is small is all. Small things are the most important things. It's the idea that when we have these small things in our life, they're fractal. The small actions ripple out and become bigger. That pattern repeats larger and larger each time. And when we focus on the small things, it primes us to appreciate the larger things. Think of all of the things I've mentioned so far today. They're small things, but what do they point to? Erasers are a reminder of grace. That weird message in the well of a record is about the joy of discovery and beauty of music. The yo-yo is about my relationship. Again, I realize the irony. And the love I have for my wife and our relationship. And the cards remind me of the comfort of my mother, being able to focus and the chance to remind ourselves that even when things seem mixed up and random, there is a chance to make it better. And if it doesn't work right away, there is always another hand to play. Noticing the small things in our life, the things that bring you joy and wonder on any level. If you allow yourselves to go deep, they will tell you what is important to you. We need the small things. Small is all. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is coming. We need to prime ourselves, friends. We need to prime ourselves for gratitude. And so I am giving you homework, giving you an assignment. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to focus on the small things. How many of you have cell phones? How many of you know how to use the camera on your cell phone? All right. What I want you to do for at least the next week, I want you to take at least 3 pictures a day. Yeah. I was tempted to say 5, but I'm knocked it down to 3. 3 pictures a day of something small. Something that brings you joy, something you are grateful for, a moment of beauty, just something. And either at the end of the day or at the beginning of the next, I want you to go through those pictures and I want you to think about why. Why do these things bring me joy? What is so wonderful about these things? And I encourage you to write about it, journal about it. Use your number 2 pencil, use your desktop, I don't care. Write about it. See what it tells you about yourself. And if you're so inclined, share it with me. Send me an email with the picture. And what I would like to do is on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, send it out to the congregation. So you can all see what people enjoy. What are the things that bring you small joy, small wonder? If you want your name included, say so. If you want to be anonymous, that's fine. More importantly, if your joy or your picture contains another person, get permission. And tell them why. How many of you would love to tell somebody else why you're grateful for them? How many of you would love to hear that? Think of the power that could bring in that moment. But I think, how do you feel about the idea of sharing that and getting that email? Cool? Oh God, no, not another email? Think about gratitude, friends. Gratitude's a muscle. It needs to be worked every once in a while if it's going to stay strong. And I don't know about you, but my gratitude muscle's been a little weak over the past few months. And what do you do when you have a weak muscle? How do you work it out? Small, frequent repetitions to get it stronger. Find the small things. Focus on the small things over and over and over again, because gratitude is like working any other muscle. And soon you will find yourself being stronger in no time. May it be so, my friends. May it be so. All right. How many of you were thinking of a Blink-182 song right now? Just want to check the pulse. All right. This lets me know where our generational differences are. Very good. All right, let us all rise in body or spirit as we sing our closing hymn, For All That Is Our Life. For all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift, which we are called to use to build a common good and make our own days glad. For needs which others serve, for services we give. steal a line from one of my colleagues, Reverend Allie Peters at Southwest UU. She likes to start her services by having everybody say, "It is good to be together." Can we do that really quick? It is good to be together. Each one of you here, my friends, is a blessing. Not so small, kind of a big blessing, kind of a big thing. I love the fact that you come here. I love the fact that you share your gifts with each other, and I love the uniqueness of each and every one of you. This week, search it out. Find it in the smallest of things. And then, hopefully, you will also see it in yourselves. May it be so.
Precious day.